Can Annabelle come out and play? Hi everyone, Vegas Film Critic here, Jeffrey K. Howard, here to review Annabelle Comes Home. Isn't that cool? Got this at the amazing Las Vegas Comic Convention. Look at that, isn't that cool? I don't know if it's supposed to be a fan or one of those things like Eyes Wide Shut, who knows what it is. Starring, I'm going to read their names. I know McKenna Grace is in it. Madison, Iseman, Katie Sarife, and directed by Gary Dauberman, rated R for a reason. I absolutely love the Conjuring series. I didn't see the first Conjuring. I came late to the party, but I did see Conjuring 2, which to this day is one of the greatest horror films ever made. Ghost stories, whatever you want to call it. In fact, it's one of my favorite films of all time. The great James Wan. And so I love all the spin-offs they have of all these movies, with The Nun and with Annabelle and all that. So, of course, the first Annabelle, then we had Annabelle Creation, and now we have Annabelle Comes Home. And it's so funny to watch the original Annabelle, how much the doll has changed. I mean, in this one, where is it? I mean, look at this. This thing has just gotten so creepy and so crazy. So it's simple. The premise for this film, everybody loves that stuff in Ed and Lorraine's basement, in the Warrens' basement. All those different artifacts, do not touch, right? And you just look around and say to yourself, wow, there's like 50 films here, right? Either you could do something in the past, present, whatever. Look at all these evil artifacts that you're not supposed to touch. And of course, that is the whole basis for Annabelle Comes Home. Annabelle's the worst one. She's locked up in that cabinet, extra signs on there, do not open under any reason whatsoever. And of course, the Warrens have to go off on a mission or something. I'm not sure. It's not very clear. They have their 10-year-old daughter played by McKenna Grace. And there's a babysitter there. And the babysitter's best friend comes over. She's going through a tough time. She lost her father in a car accident. She blames herself. She's heard about the Warrens. She heard about that house. So she goes over there, steals the keys, goes in that basement, and tries to evoke the spirit of her father. And of course, during all of that, lets out Annabelle, and Annabelle starts orchestrating everything. She's touching everything in this basement, right? So for the next hour and a half, 2-hour movie, we have all of these artifacts coming to life, haunting this house, terrorizing all these kids, and the samurai is showing up finally, and you get to see all these little things that you watch that's sitting on the shelves, and I just thought that was fantastic. It is a very simple, even though it's rated R, it's got some horrific scenes in it, it's more of a ghost story, it's more of things that go bump in the night, and the pounding on the door, and people screaming. There are some, Gary Dauberman, who directed this, you have a brilliant style, dude. I am telling you, I was terrified a lot during this movie. You could hear a pin drop. I had a bunch of teenagers in my screening. I thought to myself, they're going to talk back to the screen. They're going to ruin this movie. You could hear a pin drop. You really could. In fact, about an hour into the movie, something happened with the lights, and the lights came on in the theater. Nobody would move. Everybody's looking around, but nobody moved. So I took it upon myself to go out to the theater manager and go, hey, Theater 4, Annabelle, the lights are on. So I got back in time. But there was, when they kind of drag out the scares or the jumps and something like that, this time it just felt like it was in context. It didn't feel like it was dragged out. He built the suspense, And some of these things that happens in this basement are just horrific. There's a television screen where she's looking at herself, and just brilliant. I mean, there's no spoilers here. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but we get to find some of the demons in this basement, and I just think it's fantastic. And of course, the Warrens making a cameo appearance at the beginning of the film. There are good luck charms, with Farmiga and with Patrick Wilson. I just loved it. I had the best time with this. I really did. So if you love the Conjuring films, if you love Annabelle, it's got a built-in audience, built-in franchise. You are going to absolutely love it. We even got a werewolf. We got fog coming in. I mean, it's got such great mood. It's got such great style. And Dauberman, I want to applaud you. I thought you took a franchise that I thought, usually these sequels come along, they get worse, and they just, but somehow you pulled it off, and this is like one of my favorites. I love Conjuring 2, and then I love this one next. So I can't wait to see what you do next, because it's pretty cool.
Mrs. Warren? Mom?
Is everything okay?
Something is happening inside your house, and we're not really sure what to do.
Can I speak to Annabelle?
I'm sorry?
You need to give her a soul, dear. She wants a soul.
All right, for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. Make sure you check me out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and comment below. What did you think of Annabelle Comes Home? I want that doll. I think it's so cool. How come they haven't sold those yet for like $100? I don't know. Maybe at Comic-Con. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.